Tonight, I'm joined by one of Britain's favourite chefs, so I need all the ingredients for a perfect show. I'll need a generous helping of laughter. Very good. A sprinkling of surprise. And a huge dollop of crazy excited cheering. Let's start the show! Lovely to see you all. Well, it's going to be a different kind of show this week. Yep, all my guests are sober. Fingers crossed. Hurt Locker and Avengers star Jeremy Renner is on the show. I know. Beautiful British actress and Bond girl Gemma Arterton is here. The hilarious Matt Lucas is on the show. The nation's favourite cook, Delia Smith, is here, everybody. And we've got music from the brilliant Rita Ora. Yes, we do. So cool. So cool. Hey, it's a big welcome to the show for Gemma Arterton. Oh, look at her there. You see, even in a simple outfit, she looks great. Mind you, not the only one of my guests tonight who looks fantastic in a white wrap. Wish I was drunk now. Gemma, of course, was the Bond girl Strawberry Fields. Oh, I tell you, those Bond girls, they just get hotter and hotter. Well, mostly. What I love about the Bond films is the cars. You know, those little two-seaters with bulletproof glass. In fact, I think I know where one's going cheap. Yeah. Resale value is. Yes, the Pope has resigned. It's not known where the Pope is going to spend his retirement, but there is a rumour he's heading off to Spain. Yeah. And hey, great to finally have Delia Smith on the show, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, she's been a best-selling cookery writer since the 70s. Here's one of her first books. Oh, full of ideas, including how to use a pudding bowl to cut your hair. I especially like Delia's book, One is Fun. Oh, it's full of meals for one. Here's Delia with ingredients for an individual beef lasagna. Let's get some guests on! Later we'll be joined by Delia Smith and we'll have music from Rita Ora! But first, we'd like to welcome Matt. It's Matt Lucas! She's a fairy tale guest, it's Gemma Arterton! Wow! You've changed! It's a different outfit! Come in. Hello. And Avengers assemble on my sofa, it's Jeremy Renner! Hello, sir. Very nice to meet you. Sit down. They've bonded.
You two are going to get pissed tonight, aren't you?
No, I'm drinking just Diet Coke, actually.
I'm just starting to drink, actually, so...
Yeah, that's what they said last week. They only had one glass of red wine last week, and look what happened. No, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Star of all the Hurt Locker, Born Legacy, Avengers. Is this the kind of the end of the Hansel and Gretel world tour?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because you must be exhausted, because you've been everywhere, haven't you?
Yeah.
And it's hard travelling, but you don't sleep on planes very well, do you?
No. I don't know if you guys sleep well on planes. I can't. There was an incident where I had to fly from London, actually, to L.A. to meet Catherine Bigelow for the Hurt Locker. So I had to sleep.
Yeah.
So I was just looking for anybody that had pills, and my friend gave me some pills. I got on the plane, got a glass of wine, cool, ambient, awesome, and then realized nothing's working as we took off, and something else was happening, and It wasn't an A for an Ambien, it ended up being a V for Viagra.
Oh, no!
So not only did I not sleep for 12 hours, all the flight attendants had a nice laugh like you just did, and I was not happy about it at all. I was laying back. I'm like, can I get you anything, Mr. Renner? I'm like, yeah, some ice for this. I mean, I tried to hide it at first in my blanket. I was so embarrassed. I had to go to the bathroom, like maybe it'd go away, and that's not happening.
Yeah.
And then at the end you were like...
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. He was insatiable. I was on that flight, and I'm now pregnant.
I just have the visions trying to get your tray table down. What is wrong with that? Gemma, are you surprised to hear that Jeremy has trouble sleeping?
Yes, very surprised, because you seem to always be sleeping.
Where? What? When?
Like, when we were shooting Hansel and Gretel, you were asleep all the time.
Oh, on set?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I wasn't sleeping at night.
Not
Because of Viagra.
You had to finish the box. I got the whole thing. And now, Matt, are you all right? Because this week you've been a victim of crime.
I was mugged this week.
You
a couple of
were?
nights ago, yeah.
Nice response, everyone. Nice
It
response.
was,
They should really do Crime Watch with an audience. That was lovely. I was mugged. Oh.
Yeah. I was actually mugged this a couple of nights ago. I was in a pub and with a friend, and it's...
You can't get mugged in a pub.
I got mugged in a pub, okay?
No.
But where were you? Where were you, superhero?
Thank
That's just
you.
being in a pub.
Where were you,
Did someone just
superhero?
grab you, or what happened?
No, let
No,
me tell
listen,
you...
listen. It's a good story.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Let me tell you the amusing anecdote.
I'm not having it. Not 2 weeks in a row. You back off.
I was in a pub with a friend, and an old lady came in selling flowers, and she was of Eastern European descent. No racial thing to be.
You're just saying.
She just was.
Yes.
She just was.
Yeah.
I'm not. She was.
Yeah.
But she was like a very sort of Dickensian, impoverished sort of, please buy flower, please buy flower. And they weren't good flowers, let's be honest. You know when you see the flower seller, they're not good flowers. They were very dry. And I didn't, it was a first date, it would have been a bit previous to buy. So anyway, so I said, oh, no, thank you, but she just wouldn't go away. So I thought, all right, well, look, I don't want any flowers, but I'll give you some money. And I put a hand in my pocket, and I didn't have any coins, but I had a £5 note. I thought, oh, well, I'm on television. I'll give her a whole £5. So I gave her the money, but what she did was she put the flowers down, and then she started kissing my hands in kind of this sort of, oh, thank you so much. Kept kissing my hand, kissed my friend's hand, kissed my hands, picked up the flowers and left. And I thought, well, I'll do a comedy thing. I'll pick up the phone and say, Mum, you can come back in now, like as a joke. And, of course, I went for the phone, and the phone wasn't there. And I thought, hello, impoverished wretch has had my phone. So I ran out the pub. I thought very dramatically, like you, but my friend said I was actually quite a camp run. And I saw the woman, and I shoved her against the wall, and I said, give me the phone, OK? And she went, no, I don't. I said, give me the phone. And she went, no, I don't. Give me the phone. And then she did this brilliant thing where she sort of took the phone out from under the flowers as if she didn't know it was there. Oh, I didn't know. Right? And I said, right, and give me the money. Oh, not the money, give me the money, like this. And so she gave me the money back, and I thought, oh, you know, some of her accomplices might be around, so I ran away. But the thing was, as I ran away, I ran through a crowd of people who'd gathered, and all they saw was me shove an old woman up against the wall. So give me the phone, give me the money. So there are some people who think I've mugged an old woman. I think, well, he's that hard up. We haven't seen him on telly for a while. He could go and do I'm a Celebrity or something. He doesn't have to mug an old woman. So I actually got the phone back, I got the money back.
What a good happy ending.
And I got the 2 crappy flowers she gave me, so I'm in profit. It was a good mugging.
Very good. Now, Jeremy and Gemma, we must talk about Hansel and Gretel. Top of the US box office. Congratulations. Very good. It opens here on the... Yeah, why not? Yeah. It opens here on the 27th of February. Yeah. And it seems to like the idea. It's Hansel and Gretel, the story we know, but is it about 15 years later?
Exactly.
Tell us about it.
Well, they're a little angry.
You are both quite angry.
They're a little cranky.
We've got issues.
Yeah.
A bit kick-assy.
Yeah.
Since they didn't really have therapy back then, they just got pissed off and became bounty hunters to take care of the witches that try to eat children.
Although, you know, it is a fairy tale, it's gory. I mean, it's
really...
It's adult.
Yeah, it's definitely... Don't take your children to see it, please, unless you want to put them in therapy as well. Yeah, no, it's for adults. It's a lot of cursing and there's a lot of blood and...
Because you've done these sort of stuff before, the fighting. But when you've been in big things like Clash of the Titans or Prince of Persia, you were sort of the damsel in distress. Is this the first time you've done proper kick-ass fighting?
That was the reason one of the reasons I wanted to do the film, because I've always wanted to punch people.
Now, did Jeremy help you in your fighting scenes by showing you the... Now, what is it called? Tom Cruise has talked about this. Your warm-up exercises.
Oh, yeah.
The lunge.
The lunge. Yeah, the deep lunge.
But but have you invented this, or did someone teach you how to do it?
I didn't invent a lunge, man.
Is it a special lunge? Don't you do a funny turny thing with this?
It is special to me because you know, I found when I get nervous with talk shows or award shows, things like that, you're around a bunch of people or like that you think you know but you don't. So I get nervous.
Yes.
So I stretch. I have to make an ass of myself essentially, and so I just do these sort of like deep lunges and reversed lunges, so I told Tom this story. I was at the Golden Globes and I had to go present for Charlize Theron, and I was doing this reverse deep lunge thing. My leg stretches out back behind, and I nearly tripped Clint Eastwood. And I felt bad.
You know, he's
tall, and and he's just like, "What are you doing, boy?" And like, "Don't mind me, but." But it's a thing I did, and then he laughed about it, so like we had to put it in Mission Impossible, and we did.
So were you doing them out the back there, or is this?
Yeah.
You weren't, were you?
Sure I was.
Did you see him do them?
No, I was in the dressing room.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did see them. I was looking through the...
Can you demonstrate a little bit? Can you just show us a little bit of lunging? Go on.
I guess that's the point.
It's a
The point is, it's just real simple, brother. You just gotta do a lunge, man. That reverse deep lunge, like when you start. That's the one.
good. Oh, that was impressive, sir.
Like that?
That was nice. Oh, there's more. It's like 1970s dancing. It's lovely. Yeah, that was beautiful. Right, let's watch a bit. This is the first time we meet the two of you as adults.
Okay.
And witch hunters.
All right.
This woman will burn!
Let the girl go, or I'm gonna blow your sheriff's brains all over these hillbillies.
Move. Go on.
My name is Gretel. This is my brother Hansel.
If anyone harms this woman, you're gonna have me to deal with. Now go home! Go!
Now listen, Sheriff. You better listen! I'm not going to have this bitch and a scoundrel of a brother coming into my town telling me what to do.
Don't! Just don't.
Very good. Excellent.
Do you know what that makes me think of? What? Do you know what that makes me think of?
What?
Not Hansel and Gretel.
That's an excellent headbutt.
Well, you know.
During the fighting, Gemma, you're quite a violent person, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I have I'd like to defend myself if in a predicament.
Yes. Were you filming Hansel and Gretel when the man groped you?
Yes. Yeah, I was...
He won't be doing that again, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I was in Germany, and I was in one of those ATM, you know, cash machine rooms that they have sometimes with a door, you know, and there was this a tramp in there, and he kept on a bum. And he kept on looking at me like dodgy, and I thought, oh dear, here we go, and he grabbed my bum really hard, so I turned around and I punched him in the face. But then
What, like a proper... Was it a rabbity punch, or did you just go... Goof?
No, because I was doing Hansel and Gretel, so I was learning how to do that, boom, like proper punch. I punched him, and then I realised oh, God, I punched a tramp in the face, and so I felt bad, because, you know,
Well,
he only
he
wanted to feel
started
my
it.
bum.
But he did grab your bum.
Yeah, it was just, you know, it's like, whoop, it was quite close, you know, to the middle section.
It was Punchworthy. Even I know what the middle section is, Jeremy. I know it's in there. Because you've had some weird experience with fans. Was it
Yeah.
Were you at a bar? I'm talking about the story where there was a lot of women around you.
Yeah. Outside the, there was a situation where, this was right after I did a movie called Dahmer, and I played Jeffrey Dahmer. And so it was a long time ago, but we're in a bar. I actually just finished playing with my bandmates, and we were in a bar having a good time, looked at this table of a bunch of gals, and they're all kind of googly-eyed over at us. We were looking at them. So they came over and started talking to us, but this one girl, kept wanting to talk about Dahmer. Like, okay, talked about that for 5 minutes, and then kept going, and I stopped and I ignored her, and she got very upset by that, so she kept tapping me on the shoulders, like, hi. I'm like, okay, I'll be right with you in a second. So like a half hour of that, she stopped tapping and then just bit my arm. And
like proper...
launched. I had a sleeveless shirt on, which is sexy.
Why?
Yeah, I was just playing drums in a band. Anyway, so she's like, I got your attention now, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm out of here. So I went outside to smoke a cigarette and realized that there was bleeding down my arm, and like, I don't know.
But you know what this story confirms? That you people are scum. we are very vulnerable.
Now, in terms of Hollywood, Matt Lucas here, you've become...
Hi, I'm Matt Lucas.
And you're a leading man. It's your first kind of American movie leading man.
I did, yes. I've done films in the Americas.
Yeah, this one's called Small Apartments. It opened here on the 22nd.
No, it's not. It's called Small Apartments. It's American.
Two for Small Apartments.
Yeah.
22nd of March. What about?
Well, this is a very... What did you say?
That's what it says here. It's like, what about? They all got tired typing. Yeah. What about?
Well, I'll tell you what about. It's about hour and a half. It's a strange film all about a peculiar man, played by me, quite predictably, who lives in an apartment block, and you discover that his landlord is lying dead on the floor. And throughout the film, you discover, did my character kill the landlord or not? Will he get framed for it or not? Will he get away or not? So it's a little mystery. So I had to do an American accent. And I got kind of a bit worried about it, so I had a dialect coach, and then I stayed in dialect. Not in character, because that would be mental, but I stayed in dialect for the whole of each shooting day. It was quite weird, and I had to text my mum to say, I'm going to be calling you in a minute, but I'm going to be doing an American accent when I do. And then I sort of called, and forgive my accent, it's not, I'm a bit out of practice now, but I get, hey, Mum, and she said, oh, good day, mate.
Jeremy, what did you think of the American accent?
It sounded pretty good to me.
Thank you very much, and I think yours is pretty good too.
I'm working on it.
Because, Gemma, you do an American accent in Hansel and Gretel, don't you?
I do.
It's very good. Yes. In America, though, when you go in, people think you're posh. They think you've got a posh English accent.
Yeah, they
She ain't posh, mate, no offence. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm a comedian, that's a joke.
Well, was it Prince of Persia you went in?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to play a princess in that one, and the director is really posh. And he said, now can you do posh? And I said, I went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Fucking Art. So I can do anything. I love it. You've got the job.
Now, in the movie, great cast, great American accent. Costume budget appears to be quite low.
Well, I did something rather stupid because I got just a bit bored because I've been trying on costumes for ages. And I thought, well, if I'm being totally honest, you know, on one of those days where I don't go out and I'm living on my own and no one comes around, I don't always bother to get completely dressed. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
You're right, OK. Well, I don't. I'm going to be blunt. And I think clothes are an affectation. and so I did most of the movie in my underpants, in my tighty-whities. And I thought, you know, this is great. And, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the vote of confidence. And,
It is a comedy, right?
yeah, well, it is, yeah. And when I realised I'd made a mistake was they had a screening and people just kept coming up to me and saying, "You're a very brave actor," like this. And then I said, "Oh, thanks very much." But then I watched a clip of the film and I went, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean now." I'm just a fat, pale, hairless man. Yeah, so you know, all you fat, pale, hairless man fetishists, come and watch this movie.
But now you live with Rebel Wilson.
I do.
Who we know from Bridesmaids and Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. We played brother and sister in Bridesmaids, and that's where we met, and we got along really well. And people say to us, "Are you brother and sister, or husband and wife, or are you the same person?" But we live together, yeah.
But you get complaints from neighbours.
We got one letter of complaint from the neighbours. We were actually really quiet, but we just had one night where we just went crazy, and I've got a piano, and we just played show tunes all night. You'll know what I mean, Jeremy, one of those nights where you just play show tunes all night. And,
he's just lunging quietly.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, do you know who else really likes to sing song? Yeah, Queen of Karaoke, Gemma Arterton. No, you love a bit of karaoke.
Love it.
Well, you did it professionally, didn't
Yeah,
you?
well, it was one of my
Is
jobs.
there such a thing?
Professional karaoke.
Yes, you should see our X Factor show, yeah.
Nice.
But it wasn't just... You worked at a karaoke bar, but this is the really unlikely bit. It was a rough karaoke bar.
Yeah, it was a South London gangster bar. And I had a couple of nights there a week, Friday and Saturday night, karaoke with Gemma. And it became...
Please welcome to the stage, Gemma!
Yeah, and I was the hostess. But it was a bit dodgy, and sometimes it'd get a bit fraught in there, and occasionally I'd get threatened or something like that. And there was one time a guy wanted to, you know, 10 times a night I'd hear, "Oh, God, I want to sing Frank Sinatra my way." And I'd be like, "Oh, God's sake, you know, no. No, let's have something else." And this guy pulled out a crowbar from his trousers, and he went for me. Anyway, so I was like, "Dave!" Because the owner was called Honest Dave. And,
I wonder how he got that name.
well, so he got everybody out and, you know, saved me. But he said, "In the future, Jem, next time that happens, what will work is if you sing My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, because that really chills everybody out."
Does that work?
Yeah, it used to be like a soothing balm over all the drunken gangsters. This is what he used to say. He'd get a bit fraught and he'd go, "Well, Jem, do Titanic, do Titanic."
Oh, dear. Now, Matt, you're back on BBC One.
Yes.
With the Matt Lucas Awards.
Yes.
Now, what sort of awards are you giving at this time?
So this is what we did was the Matt Lucas Awards is back, and please contain your excitement. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And yeah, that was just patronising. So that I hope they dubbed that out. The awards is back, but what we did this time was we made two big changes. I no longer decide what wins. We actually have a jury, a different jury each week. So one week we had 4 original EastEnders. We had Ali Osman, Nick Cotton, Pete Beale, and Dr. Leg. One week.
I'm sorry, I know this is where Dr. Leg is still.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and I thought he was just a leg, but he's a whole man. And then you know Dr. Leg.
I have no idea.
And one week we had Sooty, Sweep and Sue. It was lovely. And so that kind of zhuzhes it up a bit. And the other thing we do is we have a Hidden Talent Award every week. So the last award of the show is a Hidden Talent Award, so that gets everybody up, you know. I can sing... My hidden talent, which I learnt for Shooting Stars years ago, is I can... I don't know if I can still remember it, I translated the Flintstones theme into German. And I did it using one of those stupid sort of online translator things. And it's quite ungainly, but I don't care. It's Germans. What do I care? And so I think I can sing the Flintstones in German.
Can
Can you?
I'll do some of it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Flintstones begegnen Sie den Flintstones. Sie sind ein moderner Steinalter Family. Von der Stadt von Bedroch. Sie sind ein Ort geradeaus Geschichte. Lasst uns mit der Family hinunter die Straße fahren. And it goes on like that. But the best bit is when it goes, wenn Sie mit dem Flintstones haben Sie ein Jabba-Dabba-Doo, seid ein Dabba-Doo, seid. So it's nice. And at the end I chant, Wilhelmina! Very nice.
Gemma?
Well, I think I have many hidden talents. But
You sound like you're contestant on Miss World now.
I have many hidden talents. No, I don't know. I have a hypermobile back, which means I can do all these crazy things.
What's that mean? Smile and nod.
Yeah.
Smiling nod. And I can tidy up the room with just my feet. I'm not going to show you.
What do you mean?
I think it's a talent.
Go on,
It means
hang
I
on a
can
minute.
do other stuff at the
Will
same time.
it take you an hour to get those shoes off? Because I can put that glass on
No,
the
but
floor
glass
and see what
is
happens.
hard. It's usually like laundry.
Oh, yeah, glass is hard.
Could you pick up that bunch of grapes?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
If I put them on the table, could you throw them back in the bowl?
Are those real grapes?
No.
It's hard because I'm balancing on one foot here.
Look at her go! Oh my God, it's like Planet of the Apes. That's very good.
But I'll do it sometimes when I'm on the phone or something, and oh God, I need to
I know
tidy
what you
up.
mean. Like you're
and
vacuuming
sometimes
and
I
you pick up
it
a
up.
thing. Yeah, my mom does that actually.
Yeah, look,
I wouldn't
women
consider
can
that
do
talent.
it. Women can do it.
Can you just remind me not to eat those grapes?
She
No, I think the
wine
plastic.
earlier.
No.
Any hidden talents? There's the lunging, the beautiful
not
lunging.
that I'm sharing.
Yeah.
The acting, you're very good there. The acting, that's what my mum would say. Whenever I go to the theatre with my mum, she sits next to me and she goes, you could play that role, you could play that role. Does your mum do that with you? Does she?
No.
No, OK.
No. She goes, shame.
Oh.
Now, the Matt Lucas Awards starts on Tuesday the 5th of March on BBC One, and here's a taster.
What's worse, being forced to spend Valentine's Day with your partner or being alone and single?
Definitely the last bit, although I am single. It's obviously the forced bit. Yeah.
So
It's got
part
nothing
of
to
this
do with...
dislike of Valentine's Day comes from not having anyone to share it with?
No! No.
A lot of denial going on here. How long have you been single?
Probably about 5 years now.
What's your type?
I don't have a type. Does anyone have a type?
Yeah. When they've got the little thing in between the legs.
Very good. Right, it's time to meet my next guest. This lady has sold over 21 million cookbooks and become so famous that doing Adelia entered the Collins English Dictionary. Please welcome Delia Smith! Oh,
How you
come
doing?
into town. It's Jeremy, Gemma,
Lovely to see you. Hi,
Lovely,
hi,
lovely,
hi.
lovely.
Oh, we didn't know which side.
Mwah. Yeah, sort of.
It's so
yeah.
Look at you all showbiz.
I know.
I know, you look fabulous.
It's not me. I got people out the back that do it.
Well, it's worked a treat.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
Delia is back, and she's a woman on a mission.
Yeah.
You're quite campaigny at the moment,
I
aren't
am.
you? Yes.
I am.
Tell us all.
I've spent several years seething
All right. Let it out, lady. Let it out.
because people don't know about home cooking anymore, you know? And I spent a long time trying to teach them how to do home cooking. But now it's all gone to ready meals, supermarkets, and I don't know. I just feel we've got to get back to the kitchen, and I'm sick of hearing, you know, we're in a recession, we can't afford anything, and it's half the price to cook. So I want to teach people to cook, and I'm going to.
Yeah, straight
I'm
to
going to do it. I am at law.
Now, this is where, but you're taking your campaigning lessons online.
That's right.
So is that so that people can kind of do it slowly? They, you know, you can stop it and pause it and come back to it.
It's an online cookery school, which means I can teach people directly in their homes any time, on the bus, on the beach, anywhere they want to, they can learn how to cook. And I just feel that what we've forgotten sight of is it's something that has to be taught.
And the other thing I must say, because you kind of think, oh, it's going online, it sounds like you're making it on your mobile phone. But the production values are beautiful. We've got a taster tape of what it's going to look like.
Right.
My ambition and my dream is that anyone who wants to learn to cook can. So we've created an online cookery school to take somebody by the hand and lead them through it step by step. And it's absolutely free. It's very, very exciting. I don't think you could learn, really, in a better way.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Graham. I think I've just come.
It did look delicious. Proper food. Proper food porn. I get it. I get it. Now the first one you're doing is baking.
It was a joke. I didn't actually come.
What a lovely, what a lovely serving suggestion.
Sorry, Dean. I feel really bad. It's like I've just made a joke like that, and it's like having your mum over there, only obviously considerably richer and more glamorous. I'm sorry. It's your moment. It's your moment. You do. It's your moment.
The first course, the first lesson you're doing is baking, and to coincide, you've re-released Delia's Cakes.
Yes, because that was a book I did in 1977. It never went out of print, but it kind of needed to be updated a bit, and so we've updated it. And I thought to start with cakes would be good because I think young people will be attracted to want to cook if it's something, you know, really nice at the end of it.
Man, I love the cake.
What's interesting is you look at this book and it's beautiful. It's so lavishly illustrated. Every cake is gorgeous. Back in 1977, how times have changed. Here's the book in 1977. There isn't an illustration in it. It's just... How did people know when it was finished? Just a lump on a plate, I think that's it. You need the picture, don't you?
Well, seriously, when that book was first published, people did still cook at home quite a lot. It's just disappeared slightly.
But it's ambitious to go and make a 3-tier wedding cake when that is the only illustrative help there was. That's it.
But a lot of people have.
I know, that's incredible.
Yeah, well, you've got to be able to explain it well.
And never have tasted another one. Or seen another one. Really? That's a wedding cake?
Delia, I use your Christmas step-by-step book every Christmas.
Good, I'm so glad.
I love it.
That's lovely.
What did you cook?
Christmas dinner.
Now, thank God cooking found you, Delia. Because up until that point in your life, it hadn't been going that well.
No, not at all.
No. But then, happily, you found modelling. And,
no, I did not.
I did not. She had a hugely successful career as a model.
Come on.
You did.
Come on, I worked in a travel agency and they took one picture.
It was a whole photo shoot.
And I know you've got the picture.
We do.
I know.
This is Delia as a swimwear model. There she is.
Wow.
Now, I'm guessing that's you, is it?
The beehive.
Yeah.
You look fabulous. Look at you.
Nice.
I'm
Hey,
almost
fancy
not
lady.
gay anymore.
But now, so all these ladies, they worked in the travel agent.
Yeah, they were just people who worked in the travel agency and, you know, they couldn't afford to do proper smart advertising, so we all got together and...
But you look I mean, I would say, I think that lady had too many cups of coffee. Before she was always a little nervous. And she seems hysterical as well. I'm in my pants! Here's another shot of you all. You look fabulous.
I know.
Wow.
I wish I was that slim now.
But the rest of them do look a bit like those Daily Mail women with real bodies features.
Be proud. Be
Yeah.
proud of your obesity, aren't they?
No, I feel
disgusting, but
sorry
be
for her
proud.
because look at her swimsuit is just like some. That's an undergarment at best. Oh, have you stayed in touch with any of these ladies?
No, it's
They're here tonight. No, they're not.
They were.
They were girls in the office?
Working in a travel agency. The travel agency was called Rent a Villa.
And rent a model.
Yeah, and you got a free swimsuit. Well, now, listen, cut to 40 years later, Delia, not just queen of the cooking world, but also a football mogul. And not just a football fan, but she owns a football team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Norwich City. Am I correct?
That's right, yes.
Phew, got that right. Now, don't we have some of the ladies... Are they here tonight?
Yeah, they are.
Where are they?
Where are they?
Oh!
I can see them.
Yeah, there they are. Well, the lights are on now.
Yeah.
And these are the wives and girlfriends...
Of the footballers. Can you see how gorgeous they are?
Beautiful. Oh, look at them all a bit embarrassed. Over on television.
Have you,
and
all
lights
left,
down.
have you all left your partners, male footballers, at home? Wow, they are going to be screwing other women. You know that. They do. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do, isn't it?
Don't be horrible to the nice people.
Sorry.
No, it's getting a bit tense. It's getting a bit tense now. A little bit tense. I think the situation needs to be diffused. Gemma, if you could. Oh, she was going to go. No, she was going to go. Listen, it's music time. This singer is the golden girl of British pop with a #1 album, 3 #1 singles, and 3 Brit nominations under her belt. Performing her brand new single, Radioactive, please welcome Rita Ora.
Checking you out in your sweet desire. I'm coming over to make you mine. It's a crime, boy, you're so fine. I'm checking you out, boy, it's a green light. I'm glad you came over, it was about time. It feels right, boy, so fine. Moving on me as the world ends. This nuclear heat is a beautiful hell. You might not live to tell. This comes radioactive. Drop the ball, let me feel the beat. This comes radioactive. Drop the ball, let me feel the beat. Palms to the sky.
Stu. Beautiful. Mind yourself there in the big shoes. Beautiful. No. You're free to walk. You sit there. Let's shove up a little bit. There you go. That's it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gemma, it's Jerry, it's Delia.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Everybody.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
Off you go. You go back down. There you go. Aww. Thank you so much for that. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love the production of it. And that is the 4th single.
Actually, the 5th, if you don't include the first one, which was with DJ Fresh. But yeah, kind of.
I'm not including that one.
All right.
Therefore, I am correct. It is. But the rest all went to #1.
Yes.
Yes, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, really.
Fingers crossed.
And, of course, the album is selling hotcakes, and it's still out. Next week, 3 nominations at the Brits.
Can you believe?
No, because I've only just... I didn't know who you were, but now I do. Sorry. No, I'm not trying to be...
Get away!
Here, one thing, you know, Jeremy
Have you
asked
been
me...
away?
Jeremy asked me during that song to ask you if you were single. Seriously.
No,
he actually did. No, he actually did. He actually did.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm embarrassed. Yeah. Yeah.
But the answer is yes, I am. But no, but yeah, you didn't.
Well, congrats on the Brits, anyway.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
You're probably looking for a date for the Brits.
We're on the Brits.
Next week, you're free.
I didn't know we were on
I know your diary.
a dating show.
It's like the Grammys. It's like the British Grammys.
Right.
It's like the British Grammys.
Yes.
Congratulations, that's fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank
Sweet
you.
charmer. Well, listen, congratulations on everything so far,
Thank
and it's
you.
just going to get bigger and
Fingers
better.
crossed. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Very
very
good.
much.
Good luck for next week. Right, it is time to have a visit to the big red chair. So, who have we got up first?
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
It's Rachna.
And where do you live?
I live in Surrey.
It's beautiful Surrey. It's lovely. You wouldn't know, Joe. It's gorgeous. It's really lovely, Surrey.
Ah, yeah.
It's lovely.
Just
really
call it, would you?
No, wait. What do you do in Surrey? What do you do in Surrey?
I'm a teacher.
Oh, of course, you haven't seen anyone flip yet.
No.
Oh, you will in a second. Don't worry.
Okay.
Off you go with the story.
Well, this dates back to 1990 when I first moved over from Canada.
She was a sacrificial lamb.
Where do they go?
It was a very old story.
Where do they go?
Back to obscurity.
Okay, good.
There's a big bus outside that says obscurity.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Who's up next? Hello.
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
my name's Sinead.
Sinead, and are you from the old country, Sinead?
I am indeed.
Whereabouts?
Wicklow.
Wicklow. And do you live there still?
No, I live here. I live here 2.5 years now.
Oh, really? You've really lost the accent. And what do you do here, Sinead?
Here, I'm a beauty therapist.
Okay, what were you doing there?
Well, treating people. So basically...
Oh, she's off. She's off.
Yeah. No, exactly. So basically, I'm a massage therapist. And one day, this lady came in. She was quite of the larger scale.
I hear you, Sinead.
And she came in, and she was very, very large. Like the
I get it.
pounds.
I get it. She was huge.
So I started to massage her back, and I was working away, minding my own business, and next minute, a biscuit popped out of one of her rolls.
You can walk. You can walk. Aren't we glad we heard that story? If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go with the red chair, you can contact us via our website at this very address. Thank you to my lovely guests tonight. Rita Ora, everybody. Matt Lucas. Gemma Arterton. Jerry Renner. And Delia Smith. Join me next week with the great John Malkovich, actress Saoirse Ronan, Hollywood star Richard Gere, and music from Taylor Swift. I'll see you then. Goodbye to everybody. Bye-bye.
Don't even think of going to bed. Tonight's film is full of big names, including the bizarre sight of Tom Cruise dancing. Tropic Thunder on the way in moments.